How's it going, YouTube? This is Mike Solomon, and my friend Josh Bell is recording. I go to Concordia University. I guess I'm a second semester sophomore, and this is my final exam. I will be anatomically breaking down the overhead squat for you guys. So all you YouTube viewers that know more than me about overhead squatting, don't judge me too much. Only my first semester's there. So you know what? No muscles will be used when I talk about this. This is going to only be joints that I talk about. And I hope you enjoy. So we're going to start off by talking about what the overhead squat is, why it is used, and safety. So overhead squat is used really, as I found, and with CrossFit gyms I've been at, is used for progression for the squat snatch, for the Olympic lift of the snatch that is used at CrossFit a lot. It is used, builds a lot of strength in the shoulders and legs, but when doing it, a lot of flexibility is used in perfect form. So when doing it, if you don't have good form, you will hurt yourself and not be able to do heavier weights. So really that's getting into safety issues. Start with one of these. I have a wooden pole here, will be my device that I use. A lot of people in gyms start with PVC pipes, which is also great. Like I said, start very light, get perfect form down first. Because then as time goes on, once you get perfect form, you'll actually be able to do more weight. So let's begin. So we're gonna begin. We're gonna begin in the anatomical neutral position, right, which is right here. So when we start, generally, if we just do overhead squat, we start by unracking it like a back squat. So anatomical neutral. So that being said, if we start by unracking it in a back squat, so act like you're getting off a rack. So from anatomical neutral, we're going to have our elbows at full flexion as you grasp the bar, and our grip at full flexion. Everything else, all our joints are all right now in neutral position. So as we begin the lift, we're going to start by pressing the weight overhead. So this is going to be, actually, let me back up a little bit. So as I said, we have a flexed grip and a flexed elbow joint. So generally when you overhead squat, you don't want to have the pressing width for your grip. You want to go a little bit wider, so that way it gives you a little bit more stability when you go down with the weight. So as we begin, we're going to press the weight overhead with an upward rotation of our shoulder joint. Once we get the weight overhead, we're going to almost have our elbows at a hyperextension. So they went from flexion to hyperextension. You want those elbows extended fully to almost hyperextension, and you want you got them wearing a jacket right now, you can't really see, but you really want your armpits to be showing well. So, and when I say flexibility in this, let me bring the weight down a little bit. So, we're going to have our hands in flexion again. Flexibility. You want this barbell, let me turn sideways so you guys can see. You want this barbell behind the head. If you get a weight and you can't do it and you're struggling like this and this bar is in front of you, you're going to drop it and you're going to hurt yourself. If you can't get the bar back here, you need to work on flexibility first before you perform this lift. To be able to do overhead squat, you need the bar. We always say ponytail. You need the bar behind your head. For girls, ponytail length behind the head. So for guys, just imagine you have a ponytail. So starting, we're going, like I said, we're going to press the weight overhead. So that's an upward rotation of our shoulders, and our elbows are at full extension. Now again, our shoulders are flexed as well. Waist is neutral, ankles are neutral, neck is neutral. So as we begin the squat, I'll turn sideways so you guys can actually fully see. The weight is behind me. Everything, like I said, shoulders flexed, elbows extended, everything else is neutral. We're going to begin with a flexion at our knee joint and flexion at our waist joint by going down just like a regular back squat. Like you keep your chest straight up as normal with a regular back squat, and as we go down, we keep flexing those knee joints and flexing that waist. And you could also say your ankles are flexed here at the bottom as you hold the weight down. So as I'm at the very bottom, of this lift, knees are flexed, waist is flexed, shoulders are flexed, elbows are still at full, almost hyperextension, so we can see my armpits. I'm going to turn sideways right now. Keep our eyes up the whole time, so you know what, weight travels where your eyes go. So if my eyes are down, the weight's going to go down. My eyes are up too high, the weight's going to go back. So keep the eyes forward as best you can. And as we go up, we're going to bring our knees back to full extension. Waist is going to slowly come back to neutral position and fully lock it out. That's the completion of one rep for the overhead squat. Now, it might not be as perfect as everyone, as Rich Ferroni makes it out to be. Like I said, this is slowly my first semester, but in this position, we keep our shoulders up and fully flexed and elbows extended, and you keep repeating that position for the desired number of reps. Crank out 3 for you guys. Perfect. So that is the overhead squat, anatomically broken down. There's many joints used in that, multi-joints, a compound lift. More than one joint is used. When performing, like I said, safety is a big issue. When performing the overhead squat, if you use too heavy of weight and don't have perfect form, you can drop the weight, hurt your neck. I've seen it many times. You can really, really hurt your shoulders. You don't have the flexibility in your joints to move it behind your head. And lastly, do it with, it's a great move to build strength though. Build strength for your squat snatch, which is a very technical lift to perform. But if you get your overhead squat down, I promise you will increase your squat snatch in the Olympic lift. Thank you guys, it's been a lot of fun, and I hope I see you guys again soon. Thanks YouTube.